Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Dayton Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been out of the spotlight for a while. He is the eldest child Robyn and her ex-husband David Jessup had together. The documentary allowed viewers to see childhood, but as Robyn grew older, she chose to keep details about him private. Asperger's condition affects Dayton. Many of the children have developed strong bonds with him in spite of his condition. However, it appears that Dayton has now cut all ties with the family. To find out why, continue reading. Sister Wives. Brown. Dayton changed his name and allegedly moved out. The speculations that Dayton had left Robyn and Kody's house were among the most recent developments regarding him. According to reports, the Sister Wives actress moved into an RV outside of Kody and Robyn's house. However, it was then claimed that Dayton returned to his father, David Jessup, and that circumstances worsened. Dayton eventually restored his last name back to Brown, despite rumors that he had changed it to Jessup. Dayton was reportedly unhappy about the adoption, according to many fans. Dayton and Kody don't seem to have had a good connection either. According to reports, there was a rift between the two during the COVID-19 epidemic. Dayton reportedly moved into an RV because he did not like Kody's policies. Does Dayton currently reside in Texas? Today, some Sister Wives fans talked about Dayton Brown's potential whereabouts. Robyn and Kody have said nothing at all about him. One user claims that Dayton's LinkedIn profile indicates that he currently resides in Texas, the place where his biological father resides. It's unknown if he was posted there purely for professional purposes, or if he plans to stay there permanently. In any case, a lot of fans are relieved that Kody and Robyn didn't brainwash Dayton. Even without the reality show's assistance, he is making every effort to succeed in life. His LinkedIn profile indicates that he works for a Texas-based corporation. They are based in Texas, but I'm not sure if it indicates he is there. His biodad is in Texas, I believe. Jessup has small kids. I haven't heard anything else, but I don't believe he lives with his father. If he doesn't want to film with those clowns, good for him rolling on the floor laughing. When the house was up for sale, the camper was also up for sale. From whom do you learn that it was relocated to the new residence? If it didn't sell, it doesn't mean it's impossible. I believe we witnessed him at G's funeral. Blurred out, he stood on the side, standing with the OG kids instead of Robyn and her children. Sister Wives. Significant events in Dayton Brown's life. Dayton earned a triple degree in marketing, ISM, and management upon graduating from college, according to his LinkedIn profile. The Sister Wives star also earned impressive credentials in analytics and corporate leadership. It is well known that the Brown family moved to Flagstaff mostly because of Dayton's college. In order for him to attend college, the other spouses had to adapt. However, Kody ultimately put Robyn and their kids before the other families, which led to their demise. Now, Dayton Brown wants to be independent. Whether he has gotten into a relationship or not is unknown. Robyn, his mother, acknowledged that he faces challenges of his own because of his autism. However, she added that despite Dayton's difficulties making friends in school, he is an exceptionally intelligent individual. Dayton Brown, the son of Robyn Brown, often leads a quiet life. His present living predicament, however, is generating headlines. A few years ago, the Sister Wives star left the spotlight. After getting married, Kody adopted Robyn's children from her previous marriage. In order to formally adopt Mary's children, he divorced her. But he and Dayton have never had a good relationship. After a falling out with a TLC star, some fans now think he's gone back to being his biodad. On the show, Robyn and Kody don't discuss Dayton. Fans are still interested in finding out where he is. Kody's relationships with his elder children aren't particularly good. Because of his stringent regulations, Dayton also had problems with him throughout the pandemic. As a result, the reality TV personality left his house a few years ago. Where does Dayton reside then? Has he gone back to his father? Sister Wives. The biodad of Dayton fights cancer. Prior to meeting Kody Brown, Robyn Brown was married to David Preston Jessup. In 1999, she married him, and the couple had 3 kids together. Unfortunately, They broke up because their relationship didn't work out. After getting married, Kody adopted the sister wives' star's kids. But when word leaked out about David's fight with chronic myeloid leukemia, people were taken aback. Unfortunately, he has already had 3 blood draws and spends hours receiving in 4. According to the experts, Jessup has unusually thick blood and a high white blood cell count. It indicates that he needs frequent monitoring because his health is fairly critical. Robyn's ex-husband is in a lot of discomfort and has already lost a lot of weight. Fans were therefore interested in learning if any of her kids knew anything about their biological father or had encountered him in the state. Sister wives. Following his argument with Kody, Dayton goes back to his biological father. Dayton Brown is no longer on television. He rarely informs the public on his life and largely keeps it private. The eldest son of Robyn suffers from Asperger's syndrome. Many of Dayton's siblings have remained close to him despite his illness. After leaving Kody and Robyn's house, he made news. The reality TV personality moved into an RV outside their house. But when Dayton adopted his real father's last name and changed his own, everyone took notice. He quickly changed it back to Brown, confusing everyone. Some fans just learned fresh information regarding his life. According to the Sister Wives star's LinkedIn profile, he may be living with his biological father. Dayton is employed by a Texas-based business. Fans are therefore perplexed as to whether he actually resides there or just works there. The biological father of the reality TV star is battling cancer. Fans are therefore curious as to whether Dayton moved in with his father after severing his relationship with Robyn and Kody. The polygamist never appealed to him. "I believe we saw him at the burial service for G," one fan commented. He stood blurred out on the side. The fan conjectured that the TLC personality wasn't standing with Robyn and Kody. Dayton decided to stand with the original kids instead. Does that imply that he lives with his biological father? Leave a comment below with your comments. The Sister Wives Season 19 Tell Everybody was intended to serve as a contemplative finale, an opportunity for everybody to release the emotional fallout from a broken family. Instead, it has turned into a battlefield, particularly for Robyn Brown, whose meticulously constructed persona is beginning to fall apart. Robyn received harsh criticism from her fellow ex-sister wives during the 4th segment of the tell-all. Janelle didn't mince words when she called Robyn Kody's sacred cow, a moniker Robyn laughed off. However, many fans felt that Robyn's laughter was accompanied by a deeper level of awareness, therefore that moment didn't sit well with them. Then the moment of the luggage rack arrived. Robyn said she was unaware of the significance of it, how a seemingly insignificant item like a luggage rack had come to represent years of unfairness and animosity between the women. Unaware of its significance, she dismissed it as something she just took. Some people saw it as a silent victory lap rather than naivete. However, a moment from a previous family camping trip, which Robyn denied ever occurred, was what really ignited social media. Fans released receipts. The makeup video Robyn refuted allegations that she was not involved in the camping trip while the other wives handled the heavy work in the tell-all. As they prepared meals and oversaw the group, Janelle, Mary, and Christine remembered her sitting off to the side, applying cosmetics. According to Robyn, she couldn't recall anything similar. Now for the video proof. Online clips showed Robyn, brush in hand, doing makeup calmly while others bustled around, exactly as the ex-wives had claimed. A further interview in which Robyn distinctly recalled Janelle and Mary preparing breakfast was much more incriminating. That recollection somehow missed the tell-all sofa. It seemed like a textbook instance of selective remembering to supporters. "I've experienced morning sickness, so applying makeup wasn't a top priority on those days, and I still had to go to work. It's pretty obvious that she's just taking her time primping," one user commented. Another person added, "I didn't bother either. You'd just sweat it off or it would leak when your eyes watered. Since I was pregnant, I haven't bothered with makeup, but to be honest, I'm not on camera and I currently only have one child." The criticism didn't end there. Robyn's story will always be that she was correct, whether she was naive or forgot. She and Kody are either uninformed or believe their lies will be believed by the audience. She is incapable of accepting responsibility for anything. Simply put, I wanted to look good for my husband because I was still a newlywed and there were cameras. For that, I would respect her. It's amazing how she never really thinks about the questions and attempts to figure out what really happened. The issue is that she constantly chooses to tell lies, as if it comes naturally to her. I don't get that. Avoiding a question is one thing. Fans can physically rewind it, but it's another to do it with a camera-ready face and a forgotten recollection. Did Robyn and Kody break the rules in their early romance? In addition to raising questions about camping excursions, the tell-all reignited long-standing allegations regarding Robyn and Kody's early courtship. In particular, did the two have sex prior to becoming spiritually married? The time frame didn't appear to make sense to either Christine or Janelle. Long before vows were exchanged, Christine observed how at ease Kody appeared to be around Robyn. Janelle admitted, "I would have left if I had a year to get to know Kody like that." Robyn, however, denied violating any lines. After their spiritual union, she claims that she and Kody only exchanged a timid, uncomfortable kiss. She remarked, "It wasn't even an intimate kiss. Kody just gave me an awkward peck." Some found that detail strangely particular, as if it were a line intentionally drawn to stop conjecture before it got out of hand. However, it seemed more like an echo of a well-known pattern to those who have followed Robyn's storyline over the years. Dayton Brown's quiet escape. Did he really leave Kody and Robyn's house to live with his bio dad in Houston, Texas? In a stunning twist that fans never saw coming, whispers swirling through the Sister Wives fandom suggest that Dayton Brown, the quiet, steady, and often overlooked oldest child of Robyn Brown, may have made the most radical move yet in the family's tangled legacy of separations and betrayals. While the headlines have long been dominated by the fiery splits between Kody and his original three wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, it's Dayton's rumored relocation that's now setting the internet ablaze. Did he truly walk away from the emotional stronghold of Robyn's loyalty and Kody's control? Is he now living with his biological father in Houston, Texas, far from the chaos of Flagstaff and the embers of the plural marriage dream? Fans are asking, insiders are whispering, and social media sleuths are connecting dots faster than ever before. What's the real story behind Dayton Brown's alleged departure? And more importantly, what does it mean for Robyn, Kody, and the last threads of a crumbling Brown dynasty? To understand this potentially seismic shift, we have to go back to the foundations. Dayton Brown, born David Preston Jessup, entered the Sister Wives universe, not by blood, but through Robyn's past and Kody's desire to paint himself as the savior of a blended family. Robyn's oldest son was adopted by Kody Brown in 2015 after Robyn made her marriage to Kody legal in 2014, a controversial move that effectively ended his legal union with Mary and ushered in a new era of Robyn-centric leadership. Dayton's adoption was framed as a gesture of love and unity. But now, almost a decade later, that dream may have fractured into a harsh reality, as rumors grow that Dayton has chosen to reconnect with his biological roots, leaving the Brown family, Robyn's ironclad loyalty, and Kody's overbearing parenting behind for the open roads of Texas. So, what evidence is fueling this speculation? First, the silence. Viewers have noticed Dayton's near-total absence from recent Sister Wives episodes. While his younger siblings, Aurora, Brianna, and Solomon, occasionally make appearances, Dayton has receded into the shadows. For a family once so public, his invisibility speaks volumes. Second, fan reports from social media platforms like Reddit, TikTok, and Facebook have begun to converge. Multiple unconfirmed sightings claim that Dayton has been seen in Houston, Texas, driving his own car, living independently, and even attending college classes or working in the area. While none of these claims have been verified, they've gained traction due to their consistency. One fan even claimed to have spotted Dayton at a local grocery store near the University of Houston campus. Another source claimed he's been working in IT support for a mid-sized tech company, allegedly under the name David Jessup, his birth name. Could this be Dayton finally reclaiming his identity and stepping away from the Brown brand entirely? Insiders close to the show have remained tight-lipped, but one alleged production source hinted that Robyn was deeply shaken by a personal family matter recently that may never make it to air. Robyn is extremely private when it comes to Dayton, the source said. She's protective to a fault. But something shifted. He stopped wanting to film. He started pushing back. If Dayton is indeed living with his biological father, David Jessup, who has long been estranged from Robyn and the Brown family, it would signal a stunning rebuke of Kody's patriarchal influence. Robyn has always gone out of her way to keep her past in a neat, protected bubble. For Dayton to step outside that bubble would be more than just a personal choice. It would be a symbolic fracture in the narrative Robyn has carefully constructed. Let's not forget the tense dynamics at play. For years, Dayton has walked a tightrope between obedience and autonomy. Diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, he's been portrayed as intelligent, introverted, and thoughtful, but often sheltered, especially by Robyn. Fans have frequently commented on Robyn's tendency to hover, shelter, and even infantilize her oldest son, keeping him close in an increasingly toxic dynamic with Kody. Viewers cringed when Dayton was shown being pressured to go on an RV trip with Kody, a trip that clearly caused him anxiety. They raised eyebrows when he seemed hesitant during family gatherings, often speaking softly or not at all. So, if Dayton has finally reached a breaking point, if he has finally decided to chart his own course, it would not only be understandable, it would be a long time coming. Kody's reaction, if the rumors are true, is likely to be explosive. The family patriarch has been unraveling emotionally in front of millions of viewers since Christine's exit. He's lost Janelle's respect, Mary's loyalty, and most of his authority. The last bastion of his man-of-the-house persona has been Robyn's unwavering support and their shared household, including Dayton. If Dayton leaves, Kody loses more than a stepson. He loses control. He loses face. And in the eyes of many, he loses the moral high ground he so often claims to hold. It would be another domino to fall in a long line of crumbling relationships and delusional self-justifications. And Robyn? Her heart would surely shatter. For all her flaws, and viewers are divided on just how deep they go, her love for Dayton has always seemed sincere. But even sincere love can become suffocating. If Dayton has chosen distance, has chosen Houston, has chosen his birth father, then Robyn's foundation has cracked. And Kody's kingdom has taken another blow it may not recover from. Why Houston? It's not just the geographic distance. It's the symbolic clean slate. Texas represents freedom, autonomy, and a life unburdened by the sister wives' legacy. If David Jessup, Robyn's ex and Dayton's bio dad, is living there, and if the two have reconnected, it could mean Dayton is finally seeking the answers and validation he could never find in Flagstaff. Imagine the conversations happening behind closed doors. Imagine Dayton asking questions Robyn never wanted to answer. Imagine a young man unpeeling the layers of years of control, scripted reality TV moments, and suffocating family roles. The implications are enormous, not just for Robyn and Kody, but for Dayton himself, who may finally be stepping into adulthood on his own terms. And what about the other kids? Aurora and Brianna are still living under Robyn and Kody's roof, at least publicly. But if Dayton's departure sets a precedent, could they be next? Could Dayton's bold move spark a quiet revolution within the Brown household, one in which even Robyn's children, long viewed as Kody's favorite set, begin to challenge the narrative? The show has long thrived on dramatic arcs, family clashes, and shocking exits. But this one, if confirmed, hits different. It's not just another divorce or dramatic speech. It's quiet. It's personal. It's real. And it may be the clearest sign yet that the sister wives era is ending, not with a bang, but with a son choosing silence over spectacle. Of course, until TLC or the Browns themselves confirm anything, these are still just rumors. But they're rumors with weight, with consistency, with emotion. Dayton Brown, once the background character in a show obsessed with drama, may have just written the most powerful chapter yet. A chapter about reclaiming identity, choosing peace, and stepping out from the suffocating shadow of a family that made him a footnote. Whether he's in Houston with his father, attending school, or simply living life off camera, one thing is clear: Dayton is no longer just Robyn's son or Kody's adopted child. He's his own man now. And that truth, quiet, steady, undeniable, might just be the most revolutionary act in Sister Wives history.